All right, thank you for being there. Welcome back. Good morning. Just in case if you're joining us, this is the first conversation of the day. Interact with us on socials and let us know where you're watching us from. We'll be glad and we'd love to hear from you as well at Brand Sakon1 at Y254 channel. Now, in this conversation, we are delving into matters education and why you need to actually embrace e-learning softwares and systems that will enhance your education and make it easier for you to learn the next big thing, as well as, it could be even in matters content creation. But then the most important part, because I'm just about to introduce my guest, is off the air, he was talking to me about how it has a part where that monitors all the content that's being posted on it. So as a person who's just in the general public, how can you tap into it? And as well as if you're a learner, maybe an institution that has a dream and a vision of actually monetizing content and educating people, this system will actually help you get far. And I'm going to be engaging in a conversation with CPA Aringo Fredrick. He's the CEO of Mdarasa Group. Good morning to you, Fred.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Karibu sana. So first of all, make us understand what is Mdarasa and what does it offer and why should the public actually be interested to hear about this conversation with Mdarasa?
Okay, thank you so much. My name is CPA Aringo Fredrick, as Brian has introduced. I'm the CEO of Mdarasa Group. So Mdarasa, what we do, this is a software solution that we're providing, educational software solution. We do this for institutions and the general public at large. So what we do, or rather what we've done, we've simply brought this class to your bedroom. We brought this class to your kitchen. We brought this class to your office. We brought this class to your car. Anywhere that you are, you can simply study. And also for content creators, you can monetize your content. Instead of you sitting with your knowledge and idea there or sharing it for free, you can literally monetize your content. So that's what we do.
Okay. So if somebody right now who's watching, and you've mentioned it has an app and a website as well, yeah?
Sure.
So if on the interface of it, if they have to click it on the outside on the user interface, what are the icons that the person is going to see and find? And maybe what are they going to learn from just the far side? Because I believe websites should be very interactive, yeah? Is it an interactive user interface?
Yeah, sure, it is very interactive. So what we've done...
The icons on it?
The icons on it, first of all, we have for content creators and we have for the consumers of this package. So like we have two modes. The first one, as we mentioned, is for institutions. The other one is basically for the general public. So like at this point, you'll find that, believing that, yeah, it is there. So you'll find that we have an area where a content creator, first of all, you can create your content. That is, you be a tutor on Mdarasa. Then they are now the general public. In this case, they can log into the system as a student and basically who wants to consume the content. Whereby you have an area whereby they can sign up to the content. After signing up to the content, you can literally search what you want to learn.
Yeah.
Do you want to learn about business data analytics? Do you want to learn about how to cook chapati very well? Yeah, because I understand this generation, should I talk about Gen Z, right? Majority, they don't know how to cook chapati very well. So if I really want to know how to cook chapati, just search
Gen Zs
chapati.
will shoot you for saying they don't know how to cook chapatis.
Yeah, sure.
All right. But then there's something interesting from the previous slide. It shows people's names and somebody's offering something. Yeah, I can say accounting for something there, business data analytics book. So how does this happen? What is the process? Because you said it's open to anyone. You had mentioned to me off the air, it's not only dedicated specifically for tutors or teachers.
Yeah.
Anyone who has educational content is open to just sign up. So what is the process of actually getting yourself on this space?
So like the process, you're looking at it on the two parties, right? The parties of, these are content creators who are tutors, and the other parties are for students who wants to consume the content. So the first thing that, of course, they need to do as a content creator, or rather as an educationer which you want to share your content, you become a tutor. That is become an instructor. So you want to monetize your knowledge? Yes, you need to monetize your knowledge. So you do what? You sign up. So after signing up, you're going to fill all the details in terms of your personal details and every details required. After that case, it will take you to the next step whereby now you select which content do you want to create to the public. Is it formal? Is it informal? Literally, it is upon you as a content creator to do what? To decide which content you want the public to consume. So long as you have all this content in terms of video for quality and also the notes for follow-up, in this case, you publish this content, and on the publishing process, it is upon you to decide. You know your worth. You know how this content, how much is it worth. So it's upon you to decide how much you're going to set on the pricing. And also the beauty part of it is that it is also you to decide how long will you want this person who has subscribed to your content to access. Is it a subscription basis? Is it a lifetime basis? It is upon you as a content creator to do to decide. So literally what we've done, we've given you the power to decide what you're going to earn, and we've also given you the power to decide what is your worth, what do you want to get the public to consume. That is on the side of the...
In short, it's like, you know, when you're signing up for, let's say you're applying to at a job where, at a company where they want you to create a profile, you're filling in, hi, I'm Fredrick, I'm an expert, I have 5 years, here's my certificate. So it's like you're filling in all those details to be verified, right?
As a content creator,
as a content creator, even if you're a teacher, even a watchman, you know, anyone literally.
Anyone literally.
Okay, but then I think the argument is, how do you filter out or weed out between, you know, a spammer or just somebody who's not serious or somebody who's just trying to even, you know, play around and mess around? How do you weed out and also authenticate content? Maybe also what are the frameworks and the standards and maybe the rules as well that you use to measure, the yardstick that you use to measure, you know, usema, by the way, hii topic umsame later, it's very educative, but according to this and this standards, it's not suitable for a certain specific audience. It's not even Kenyan friendly. It's not even Gen Z friendly. Yeah. So who does the weeding out and the filtering, and what is the process and how does it happen?
Okay, great. So what we have, first of all, we have the policies that guide the content to be published.
Yeah. Please maybe mention the policies. Yeah. Okay.
So first of all, the first policy, any content that you're publishing should be purely educational, and it shouldn't be having any aspect. Let me use a word like we shouldn't be having any content that is basically negative to the public, in terms of you want maybe to publish a content that it will create a certain emotion somewhere. You don't want to publish a content that probably it is biased in terms of religion. You don't want to publish a content that probably it is maybe talk about picturing a certain community in a bad way. So whatever, we have a list of almost 49 rules and regulation, which at least they are guiding whatever that is going to be published. In addition to that, we have a team of experts. Say, for example, like you're publishing a content in terms of data analytics, or rather you're publishing a content that is when you're going to formal, that is the case. You publish a content in terms of, say, like, I want to guide this student who is in Form 4 who wants to learn mathematics. We have a team of experts whom they are going to assist. Of course, we've also embraced artificial intelligence and machine learning. We've trained our machine learning on so many cases which can filter. So like it is a hybrid whereby whatever that we've created, our system, which is going to weed out the content based on the policy that has not been followed, plus now, in addition, the experts. So like they filter this content, if at all it is not abiding to the policy, or if at all it is not abiding to the syllabus that you've created, or rather that you've given unto us, then you're going to receive an email, say like, Brian, kindly correct here and here, or Brian, your content is not abiding to our policy, can you amend here and here? You'll find that the moment you publish the content, it's not going to appear to the public all at once. No, it is going to be set on our back end so that we do all these checks before the public sees the content.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is the procedure that you normally tend to do even before your content is published to the world.
Yeah. Sure. So from the person who is signing up from scratch, what do they give on that side? Because it usually starts with sign up, email, So how does the person arrive to until they are featured? At least we have seen Fredrick, you know, offering something with an icon there and somebody is able to click it. Yeah. What do you need and require from a person from the word go?
Okay, so in this case, we've categorized into 3 parts. For those who are doing formal education, at least you have to prove and provide the certificates that you qualify to offer the formal education. Like say, for example, I want to guide a person on how to maybe work out some accounts, right? Of course, for you to guide an accountant, you must be qualified. What will you prove that you've qualified? Through the certificates that you're going to upload, copies, and so on, right? That is for formal education. Then you have for general
So that is for an accountant, at least they must. So there's documents that you guys
request.
We're
going to request, yeah.
And if they cannot produce the documents,
if at all they cannot,
this means that they have to have a soft copy of the same documents.
Sure. Actually, everything is being done online. Even the documents that you're providing, these are soft copy that you're uploading.
Okay.
They are confirming that you qualify for this. So that is in the case of, say, like for formal education. Then you have other bits for general public consumption. Say, for example, I am a doctor. In this case, you have a lot of issues of mental health, a lot nowadays, right? In this case, I want to solve this solution by providing it to the general public without them visiting my hospital. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a content in relation to that. So for us to confirm that you are actually qualified, of course, there's certification that you should be having. So you provide for us.
So there's paperwork transformed into soft copy.
Into soft copy. Everything is being done online. All this, the one that you're saying certification, all these are being done online.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no physical document that you're going to provide for us. So just when filling that your profile based on what you want to give the public. Yeah, that's the other case. Then there's a case which you've left it open, whereby you want to guide people on how to cook chapati. You want to guide people on a certain recipe. In this case, like anyone can do that.
DUIs, DIY. DUIs, driving under influence. DIY, do-it-yourself hacks.
Do-it-yourself, anyone can do that.
So DIYs are there.
Yeah. Yeah, we've also provided for that. So you'll find that in such cases, anyone can do that. In that case, you don't need a certificate to cook chapati, or rather to give a recipe.
So that is informal now.
That is purely informal. You need to guide people now to maybe start business entrepreneurship. You don't need a certificate to do or to guide guys on entrepreneurship. So these are 3 sets of content that we provided.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right, a good question that will come from the back end now, because I believe if I'm uploading my certificate on your website and then I don't know who is handling at the back end, and then it raises the issue of data and privacy. So how safe and secure is somebody's data, especially like a doctor or even a teacher who has a certification in a certain, let's say, discipline, and they're uploading that document on a public website. How is it being handled on the other side, and who is handling it? Yeah.
So like the public is just on the user interface, that is the end user. Whatever that is being done on the back end is purely within Mdarasa, and before you upload, that is to say, at least you've complied with the policy that we've set. Number one, of course, we've abided to the aspect of the data security aspect of the personal data, in that once you have your personal data, there's that form that you've clicked and abide that I'm going to follow this. So even for us, you're going to make sure that your data is not shared to anyone other than us. And that is why you need to consent before you publish everything, or rather before you upload this document. So in that case, in terms of security of the data, it is not in public domain, that is within an institution. Just the same case like if at all I want to apply for a job, right, online, I'm going to be requested to upload this document, right? So it is what normally happens, it is the institution, or rather that maybe job that you're applying, that workplace, these are the person, the company is the one holding this data, not sharing it to the public. So whatever that is appearing on the front end, the public won't know whatever that's being done on the back end. So that one is purely the agreement between Mdarasa Group and now Brian as an individual. Yeah, sure.
So meaning that you guys have like a data, you have data, let's say, data qualified managers that you know, say they are adhering to data safety measures and they know the ethics and the policies around data,
Exactly.
especially handling people's documents. Okay.
We have a team which basically that is their main task.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Now, you mentioned monetization, which I think is a good thing because if it's open to anyone, it means that it's helping people to make, you know, money, which is actually what Gen Zs want. They only want anything that can make them money,
Sure.
anything that takes them their time and money. They want how to get money. Sure. So how do you now monetize what you're uploading there? What is the process and how does it happen? And you had mentioned you're doing it yourself, like you're setting how much you want to earn. So how is that money generated?
So that is so like for you to earn on the platform, just as we've said, you as a content creator, right?
Yeah.
When publishing your content, you know your worth. You know, like this content of mine is worth this much. So whatever pricing that you're going to set, we're not going to control you on what you're going to set because literally it is your content. And the most beautiful part is that probably that could also be another question that someone can ask. What if I've published my content? Is there a way that my content can be shared to the rest? Maybe you are a group of 3. I'm the one who has purchased the content, so I'm sharing it to the other 2. So in that case, we've also provided a security for that. When you've purchased, or rather when you're selling your content based on the pricing that you've set, that is upon you to decide. And what is going to happen here, everything is going to be done all automatically on the back end. Like this price you've said, say like my content is worth 2,000 shillings. These 2,000 shillings, you as a content creator, you're going to get 75% of what you've set. And the company is going to retain 25%. Those are other avenues that we provided, given our agreement. There are other persons who also get up to 90% of whatever price that they have set. And the company retains 10%. And in addition to that, we know very well also in the aspect of pricing, probably you might not be having the quality resources to do your content, because also amongst our policy, the content that you're publishing, at least it has to reach a certain standard, most of the videos. So in the event that you feel like you don't have resources to do this content, we have our studios here in Nairobi, whereby we invite you, you have your content, we invite you, you do your content on our studios. Basically, we do the editing, we do everything. So instead of you're not paying us anything. So what you're going to do, you're going to do a split. Instead of you earning 75%, we'll be like, we've done this task for you. So instead of you earning 75%, you earn 60%, and we earn 40% because of what we've done for you. And without, at the moment of earning is when this person is going to pay for your content. You're not charging you anything. Yeah, that is what we provided actually to the public.
Yeah. So the content is basically almost all of it is in video format. It's both audio, text, video.
So for now, what you're working with is for the purpose of quality, we provided video and text. Text in terms of the PDF content to upload. Because like what we really aspire is the person who is consuming this content, let it be a quality content. So for example, you've provided me with a very good video of following procedure now to do something. At least I should be having a write-up so that other than the video, I should be able to follow it on a write-up. Yeah. So anytime you're publishing a video, you should also attach to what? With a document accompanying that video for the purpose of follow.
You mentioned as well it has an app. So the app is available on Play Store and App Store. Yeah,
the app is available on Play Store. But what we've done, in addition to that, we're using the current technology, the aspect of progressive web app, PWA. You've heard of PWA, right? PWA is a technology whereby, and that is a technology that most of these big companies, including WhatsApp, are using. So it is a platform which you can download on your phone as an application. You can also download it on your laptop as an application, so that anytime you want to access on your laptop, you don't need to go to your browser.
Okay, that's like a third party handling an app.
Not really. PWA is a design in a way like it's just like the way you normally develop a phone application. You publish it on the Play Store,
Yeah,
right?
you actually sell it there.
Yeah, no, not selling it, you're publishing, because it is something that has been developed by your team. So what they have done, they have literally provided a platform, just like Play Store. They have provided us with a platform where you can publish our application, the same case that
So they authorize you to run it there.
Sure, exactly.
So that's how people are able to have this app in their mobile phones
In their
and
mobile
their
phones.
computer.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, maybe if you were to say, who are the people that visit this site the most, the Mdarasa, and what are they consuming? And maybe if the notable things that you've observed, since you're the one also who's running and handling it and the CEO.
Yeah, sure. So basically what basically we observed, like for the last period, actually let me just give you like a month ago. Right now, students are on a break, right? They have closed schools. So majority of the content that has been consumed on our platform is for JSS, more so maths, and there's this other content, there's maths, Kiswahili, and physics. It has been consumed a lot by
the junior secondary schools.
The junior secondary schools.
Okay.
So yes, the parents have literally believed on our platform in a sense that they purchase the content for their students. And how it works, you know, like allow me to use a certain institution. Say like maybe I'm talking of XYZ secondary school. Or let's say we're talking about Alliance, for example, Alliance High School. We have a very good trainer for maths there, right? This tutor, as a person, he has decided to do a content, not under Alliance, but as an individual person. He has published the content
Independently,
yeah,
as a teacher.
Yeah, as a teacher. He has published the content on the platform. Imagining like how many parents really wished their students to be taught by, or rather their children to be taught by a lecturer, or rather a teacher in Alliance, or rather a teacher in Starehe. So many parents. So we've literally provided that avenue whereby, regardless of where you are, your child can literally get this quality content from the top teachers in the top schools.
All right.
Yeah, so whatever has been consumed majorly for like the past 1 month, majorly it has been the JSS mostly content. That is maths, physics, and Kiswahili.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
But then also, how adaptable and say feasible is it for a learner? Is it user interactive friendly? Is it inviting and striking? Because, you know, most learners actually, but you know, somebody will also say, considering these colors, I don't think it also favors somebody with a disability. So go ahead.
Yeah, sure. First of all, whatever that we provided, which is very unique compared to the other platform, you'll find that there's an area, if at all you could have gone deeper, you'll find that there's an area whereby, assuming I'm consuming a certain content, and probably I'm not getting this content right, within the platform, there's an area where you can interact with the person who has published the content, the lecturer or the tutor, whereby you can ask your question either in form of video format or in form of text. Like at this point, I've not gotten this concept clearly. Can you elaborate it further? And in that case, within the app, the tutor or the lecturer will be able to respond to you and guide you in relation to whatever that you've asked. So that is one form of interaction that we've literally provided. Then the other case is that we've also provided a case whereby the lecturer, or rather the tutor, so whenever we're dealing with these informal cases, right, or rather the formal basis, a lecturer or a tutor or this teacher can set an assessment. I want to gauge my student to get to know if this person has literally gotten what I've shared.
Yeah.
So the lecturer will set an assignment or an assessment, and in that case, the person will get a score automatically. You do the assessment online, and you get the results automatically there and then.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's also the technology that you're using. You talked about persons with disability. So like right now we're trying to adopt this new tech that caters for that. We've not yet integrated it on the same, but it is on the pipeline, whereby we've engaged some experts. They are assisting us on making sure that the platform also caters for people with disability.
Okay.
So that one is on the pipeline.
Yeah. Sure. But at least you must have a smartphone or a computer gadget for you to access Mdarasa.
Very true.
Yeah.
And the most, in addition to that, the most beautiful part which Aaron shared
Yeah.
is that you can use it offline.
Okay.
Yeah, in a sense
That
that
is the app or the website?
that is the website. It has been there's a cache technology
Okay.
whereby once you have it, so long as you've downloaded the content, it's going to store somewhere within your PC, which I won't mention, so that at any given point in time you want to access, you don't need to go to the website. So you can literally, the first time on the initial point, you'll need data. On the second part, in this case, after you've downloaded the content, you can just study without any internet.
Yeah.
Because the solution actually was Africa for Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Now, in the advent of, just new forms of, AI being thrown left, right, and center, maybe how have you guys incorporated machine learning in Mdarasa, and how does it happen for anyone who will actually make a choice and decision to visit Mdarasa?
Sure, very great question. And I'll also talk about that in regard to the software that we're providing to the institution. But for where we're using machine learning here, first of all, is to filter the content that content creators are publishing.
Now, how does that happen?
It happens in a way like, machine learning is something that we've fed this program with some certain data. So like at any given point in time, whenever it has sense that there's this data which is not complying with this, then in a way it is going to reject, like this is not fit what have been fed. So it set it aside. So that is in terms of filtering the content. And also in addition to that, the normal, I know most of us, we've been using ChatGPT, right?
Yeah.
And right now there are, of course, APIs that they have literally provided. So we've also adopted the concept of ChatGPT, but within our platform, whereby in the event that you want to interact or asking questions, that is an area of interacting, whereby I need to get to know, like, this has not been provided. How will it work? There's an area where you can go and do it and provide a chat. And it's going
so there's a chat box on the site?
There's a chat box on the site, yeah.
Okay.
That is after, that is on the creation of the content. Each and every person who is publishing the content, there's going to be that chat, whereby you just ask and it exactly giving you whichever question that you asked.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So that is how we've basically used part of AI, because AI is wide and there are so many things that you're going to integrate here, including, of course, what are we also doing in a case, we are doing it as a pilot currently. Yeah. Say, for example, you've visited, say, like this site today. You purchased a certain content. Tomorrow, we are doing it in a way like once you're on the site, it might pick exactly what you want. It's going to personalize you based on the number of visits that you've done on the site. So that I know, like, Brian, yesterday he visited and he saw this. Today, he might want this. So the site automatically is going to propose for you what might fit your taste.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember something about the packages, like I say, French and the rest here. Yeah, so sure. How does the user get to pay and purchase these packages? Yeah. Do they is it charged in Kenya shillings, in US dollars, and then how does that transaction happen until you're able to say, oh, you've now paid it, now you've downloaded it on your mobile phone or your computer, and then you have it here?
Great. So first of all, accessing the content is totally for free. The point that you're going to be charged is when you're purchasing the content. And right now what we provide...
Also, you can randomly click on it and read it.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I can see all of it has buy...
Yeah, you can not read it. You can accessing the platform that you've accessed like this is totally for free, right? But for example, maybe I want to study Next.js, right? Maybe the React. If I click complete, or rather buy this content, now before I purchase this content, it's going to provide you the person who has created this content, the qualification of the person who has created this content. It's also going to give you what you will expect on the content that you're purchasing. So that's a point whereby you can proceed and purchase the content. Yeah. Yeah. So the purchase is currently we have adopted M-Pesa. We're also working with other providers, whereby, because the dream is to provide this in the whole of Africa. So we're also working with other platforms which is going to be integrated, whereby any person, wherever you are, you can purchase the content using your mobile phone.
Awesome. Are there maybe learning institutions as well that you've worked with, because you've been in in operation since 2023 or 2019? 2019 is the app or Mdarasa?
Okay, so the history, as I'd mentioned, back then in 2019, we started with the platform to provide accounting course to students, like based on the experience that I'd passed through. Personally, I'm an accountant by profession, CP Aringo. So what we started with, we started by providing a platform whereby anyone who is studying accounting can study at the platform wherever this person is, instead solving that hassle of running to class, going to work. So in 2023, we embraced, that is of course 2023, we embraced now the Mdarasa Learning Hub, the platform for the general public. And right now we're also having a platform now for institution. Because coming up with a platform is, coming up with a whole e-learning system is quite a hassle and very expensive. So what we've literally done, we provided this software solution to institutions. Say for example, you want a whole learning platform, e-learning platform, without going through the hassle of developing it from scratch. We've given you that package whereby you can rent a space on our platform. In this case, it will be purely your platform. So in the eyes of the public, they won't know like Mdarasa is there. It is brand academy to the public. Yeah, that is for institutions.
So you've partnered with institutions all along the journey that you'd say they've visited, that you would say, yeah, this is a legit, is a legit operation, and even learners can attest, institutions can attest that it's working, and these are the services we've offered you to ease learning.
Yeah, sure, we can attest that, because like right now we're having one institution in Rwanda, we're having 2 institutions in Uganda, and here in Kenya we have those who have adopted the platform. They are roughly like that is 7, 8 institutions. The 8th one we are integrating it. We are integrating the institution on the platform. So like with a lot of confidence, I can say that institutions are believing on our platform. Only that even you might be using an e-learning of a certain institution without knowing that it is us who has provided the same.
Do you need authorization maybe from like the Ministry of Education to run such an e-learning site? Do you need licensing, or even anyone can just randomly come up with such a system and provide learning? Is it an open-ended thing, or you need to comply with authorities that are concerned with that specific docket, specifically education?
A very good question. So you'll find like for institutions, say for example, I've gone to say like Nairobi University. Nairobi University on itself is an institution, right? They have registered with all the regulatory bodies that they are registered to, right? So what Nairobi University does, it is Nairobi University providing this solution to the public. Only that they are using our platform. So like the regulations that we've done in terms of whatever that you are giving to the institution, these are business which has created a software solution. So our regulation is we've abided with all the regulations for registration of business and the rest. When it comes to aspect of now, say like what is governing this, what is governing this, that is now the institution which has abided
or compliance with the
policies.
Education Act, or even the education sector at large.
Exactly. So like you'll find that is an institution which has complied with all the rest. What we are giving is nothing but a platform for you.
So it's a
share.
service you're offering.
Yes, service that
it's
you're
like you mentioned Nairobi University signing up for a medical insurance cover with a specific insurance entity. So it's independently, solely with that insurance, not the Ministry of Health.
Exactly.
So I've got it. Okay, as we close this conversation, maybe if you were to say the tremendous achievements and accomplishments that learners have managed, or also that you envision to actually change in the learning sphere, also those that ones you've managed and the ones you look forward to, please talk about it shortly.
Great. So first of all, the greatest achievement that you can proudly say is that number one, we managed to, those who have passed, most accountants, those who have passed through our platform, we're running of roughly like 12,500 accountants who have
That's a
used
big number.
our platform.
12,500.
12,500. They
It's
have
a
used
massive number.
our platform to train accounting and also do the exams and pass the exams.
Okay.
That is one case. The other beauty part, which we can also proudly say, is that the Mdarasa Learning Hub, in a way, it has provided employment to so many people. Imagine those who have knowledge which they wish to share to the public, but they never had a platform. We've literally provided this so that at any given point in time you can check your, the beauty part with technology is that you can earn without you being there, because it's content you provided it once. So literally you can earn without you being there. So that's another achievement, providing employment more so to the youth.
Okay.
That is what we can sit
Good.
down and say, like, we've at least
Yeah.
tried
managed to
solve
you know,
a
walk
certain,
in that
problem.
route. Okay.
And also the third one is easing the task and also seeing institution growings through our platform, because literally we've given you an avenue where you can generate more revenue. You're reaching 10 students physically, but right now you can reach 1,000 students online. So we've literally provided you with an avenue to generate more revenue as an institution.
Yeah.
These are some of the things that you can sit down in the team with the team and say, like, we've literally tried to change something in the world.
Yeah.
Sure.
But somebody would say, badala nibuy hiyo kitu, sini click to ChatGPT, itanipa hizi vitu for free. So probably what is the difference now between what you're offering and what ChatGPT is publicly offering, and now with AGAI, you know, and the rest of the, you know, AIs.
So you'll find that all these are literally tools that have assisted us to make our work much easier. And they're also tools that are developing. So in a way, what we are doing, or rather in addition to what we provided, other than all these tools are providing, is that, number one, we can assess you. You'd get something on ChatGPT without knowing deep knowledge, or you can't be assessed on that. But what you're doing, we can assess you. See?
Okay.
The other thing that we're also doing, ChatGPT, in a way, if I told you to look at it in terms of revenue generation, you're just going to get a content there, but how will you make money with ChatGPT, not unless you're doing something for someone.
Yeah.
See? So that is what we also provide. You can literally make revenue on our platform, both institutions and
And you
individuals.
prominently talked about monetization. Okay.
Sure.
Sure. I trust it's going to be the next big thing in, you know, e-learning. Like you said, you're offering e-learning solutions and even softwares as well.
Sure.
And I trust you'll get people that will get to steer with you and walk with you in this journey of, you know, I'll say, changing and giving a facelift in terms of, you know, education monetization. And you've mentioned opportunities, which I think is a big deal. Yeah.
Sure. That's
scarcely or barely do you see apps that are being developed to teach people, but then giving you a chance to, you know, make money.
Sure.
Yeah. So Sarah, let's exit. Tell people why they need to actually go there on the site and get to actually download all this conversation we've had right here for free. Or with money as well. In
great.
30 seconds as we go.
Okay, great. So what I can tell, of course, the public, for individuals, you can literally make as much as you want. You're not confined to how much you can make. So long as you're having a content which you know is educational and it can change the lives of people, then Mdarasa Learning Hub is a platform for you. For institutions, we understand that coming up with an e-learning system is quite expensive. So what we've done, we've literally catered that expense for you. All you need is to contact us. You can reach us out on 0708 068 851. That is our number which you can reach us to us, and we can guide you on how we can onboard you as an institution on our platform. You can also visit all our socials. Our socials are Mdarasa. All our socials, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Mdarasa is the name outside there, which you can visit us and you can interact with us. The last thing is that let us grow together, and for the youth institutions, we have the platform for you, changing the landscape for Africa. Thank you so much.
Right, so thank you, and we wish you the very best. We can't wait to see you in advance as well. Thank you so much. You've been speaking to CPA Aringo Fredrick. He's the CEO at Mdarasa Group. So if you missed anything, you know where to find him. And plus so many questions that I've not asked, please ensure that you get in touch. And we're going to do this. We're going to take a very short break and be coming up in just a bit with the next conversation. We're speaking to Eric Mungai. He is the founder of Cartoons by Mungai, artistic storytelling, his journey, and also how he's making money. And then there's an interesting thing that also happened to him while he was building his career that as a Gen Z, you'll be able to pick up from it. So let's take a break and we'll come back in just a bit. Stay with us.